Number one question we get as full-time RVers for almost 5 years is, what do you do for a home address? What do you do for packages? All that stuff. So today I'm going to share with you what we use. I did a video about a year and a half ago of this, but the company has changed a few things. So we're going to go over that today. Also, I will leave links to everything down below. So when we first started RVing 5 years ago, we actually used a PO box at first and nothing was wrong with it. We thought we were going to be in that area for a while. And then we switched over to a family member's house, and then we switched over to Escapees, and we've been Escapees members for a couple of years now. This is also not sponsored in any way. I'm just sharing what we use, our thoughts, all that stuff. I'm also not going to compare other companies because, y'all, there are so many other different companies out there. I feel like I'm hearing new ones or ones I've never heard of before. So this is primarily the one that we use. My thoughts going to take y'all along with me, and I will leave links to everything down below because there might be a few things that I don't touch. Y'all know me, I am very thorough when it comes to everything. So to use Escapees for their mail service, you have to be an actual Escapees member. Now, this past year, Harvest Host actually bought Escapees. Now, what does that mean? Because when I saw that, I was kind of like a little confused of what's going on, what is changing, and all that stuff. So here you go. So right here, if you want to pause it and read it, you can, but I'm just going to kind of go over a little bit. Nothing really has changed when Harvest Host bought Escapees. Now, Harvest Host only bought Escapees RV Club, just that. They bought what I'm going to show you right now. Harvest Host did not buy the mail service. Harvest Host also did not buy some of the Escapees campgrounds, RV parks that Escapees has. Harvest Host only bought Escapees RV Club, what I'm going to show you right now. So in order to use the mail service from Escapees, you have to be an Escapees member. Everything is kind of on one platform now if you have Harvest Host and Escapees, which is actually really nice. Probably asking, but Bryce, what is Escapees? I'm glad you asked. Escapees is pretty much a really cool RV club. They've been around for a while. You do get, like I said, I'm not sponsored. I don't have an affiliate link, but at the top here it says sign up for 30% off right there. So there you go. Some of the benefits, member discounts. Last year I did this video. There were some good discounts, but this year they have added so many new ones. When I was researching for this video, I was like, oh my gosh, there are more discounts than last time. So if you're an Escapees member, check out the discounts because you never know. So I'm going to kind of here so you can see the screen. So here we go. We have some legal stuff. Tires, I'm going to go a little fast through these. Boot camp, RV stuff. Now, this one's also free. I just got an email for this recently. So the RV Foundations is free. Their roadmap to full-time RVing is free. I'm going to try these out because, I mean, they're free. Why not? So Clean Tank, that is a new one. Michelin, Alliant, Travelfi. I do know some RVers use this for their Wi-Fi. We personally use Starlink. I'll leave a link to that video below. Holland Cruise, that's new as well. This new e-bike one. Insurance, storage, which actually is pretty good to keep in mind if you're like us currently with your camper in storage. Progressive, Allstay, warranty stuff, air skirt since winter is coming. If you need something to skirt your camper, All Trails, that's also new from last year. Pet insurance, I'm not going through all of them. This one, if you do have this, the Audio, I don't know how you say that, audio travel guide. It is a roadmap companion, bringing places to life with GPS, triggered stories backed with history, culture, hidden gems, turning every drive into an adventure. If you have this, let me know because I'm quite interested. Battleborn, Betty's, Bit More State, Blue Compass, Campground Views, Clear Source, Costco. Sadly, I'm not able to use this because I'm already a member and everything, but that would be pretty good because I'm already enrolled into. Actually, I might double check that. Interesting. Dish, EcoFlow. I guess I'm going to go fast through these because a few of them I do want to highlight. Geyser, it's like a boondocking shower sponge thing that they look pretty cool. More Jackery. Where is it at? It's down here. But like I said, if you are an Escapees member, I would encourage you to check it often because, like I said, because there are some new ones that have popped up over the year. RV Help. All right, Outdoorsy, and then, sorry, I know I'm going really fast. Some of y'all are probably thinking, oh my gosh, slow down. Like I said, I'll leave links to everything below. RVLife Pro, RV Mattress, Snap Pads, RV Lock. We do have an RV Lock, not sponsored, but I definitely recommend getting one or something similar to that. Roadside Assistance, and Take 5. 1,000 trails. There you go. That is new. I did not see that last year. So there are quite a few new things that have popped up. Waggle. I don't know why the picture. I'm currently in my grandpa's office because this is the best place for Wi-Fi. And if I'm talking softly, it's because I'm currently visiting my grandma slash, I guess you could call me her caretaker right now. And so if I'm talking softly, that is why. And I want to make sure I hear her if something goes on. So that's kind of the situation right now. Ooh, Wilderness RV mattress. Did not see. Somehow I passed that one when I was doing this. Interesting. Coffee, Enterprise. So quite a few. Those are just the discounts itself. And then you're probably thinking, well, that's it? No, wait, there's more. Discover campgrounds. Because guess what, y'all? Escape Bees has kind of like Harvest Host where you can, I wouldn't say like Harvest Host, but Escape Bees has teamed up with a lot of campgrounds where you can get a discount if you're an Escape Bees member. We have not personally used it. We did stay at an RV park that accepted it, but we were staying longer than what the discount was allowing for. If you are a Harvest Host member, you know the map kind of looks like this in a way. So I'll have all the different farms and places that you can stay for a Harvest Host, but then it will also add all of the Escape Bees campground discounts like this. So it's all on one platform, which is really nice. It's still two separate things, but it's just emerged onto one platform. And I feel like you've gotten, Escape Bees has gotten more discounts and stuff because of that. Last thing with Escape Bees is Escapers. Come on, click on it. When you are an Escapee Club, RV Club member, you also are a part of the Escapers Club. Then they do rallies and different events throughout the year. We have not been able to make it to it due to Chase's work, but we are hoping, fingers crossed, to maybe do the Lake Havasu Bash in January. So hopefully we can do that, but they do a whole bunch of different bashes throughout the year. If you're one that you're starting to do this and you want to meet new people, this is a great way. I know people who have gone to these bashes and they've said nothing but good things about them, and they've said, Bryce, you and Chase would absolutely love it. The bashes do cost, but like I said, it's a great way to meet people. And then, like, see here, annual bash. Lake Havasu. Fun. I know I'm going really fast. Sorry, I don't want to make this video too long and boring for y'all. They also have a magazine. You'll get it anyway because of being an Escapees RV Club member, but it's actually really good. I have always learned something from the magazines, places that I want to go visit, maybe some RV tech tips or like solar batteries, what people are doing within the RV community. So it's a really well thought out magazine. They do a phenomenal job with it. And I believe now if you aren't unable to get it each month via mail, like if you don't ask for your mail each month, then there is an e-option, like an e-magazine electronic option for you to download. In order to do the mail service, you have to be an Escapee member, and that is what the membership is. Now on to the mail service, because that's what y'all clicked on here for. How this works. We are a part of the Texas Domicile because my husband and I were already Texas residents and it was easy to just move everything over to that. There are a few different options. We are category B, and I'll explain why. So within each category, so it's either 110, 130, or 150 annually, you get a personal mailbox, kind of like a P.O. box. You get really great customer service. I mean, their customer service is always top notch. I've called them with really random questions that I'm just confused about, and they are just absolutely phenomenal. They're so sweet. Like I said, I'm not sponsored in any way, and I'm not saying that you have to do Escapees. This is just, I'm just presenting what we do. Mail review by phone, forwarding on request, like where you want your mail to be sent to you, custom scheduling. So we do not get our mail each month or every other week. I'll go into the app and I'll schedule it. To be quite honest, maybe 4 times out of the year, I'll have them send us our mail. I kind of let it build up and then I'll be like, you know what, just send everything to us if there's enough important documents, because I don't want to be paying postage, a lot of postage for them to send us our mail. So I just kind of wait till it builds up and then I have them send it to us all at once. And it's worked out that way. We personally use FedEx. If you use the Livingston one, your mail gets sent to Houston. And if you know anything about Houston, it's a hot mess with mail. So they have recommended, to me at least, to use FedEx. That's the best way to get your mail. If you're using Escapees on the Texas Domicile, receive and forward packages, online account management, the app is really easy to use. I'm not going to screen record the app because if I open up my app, it's like all personal information and there's no way for me to blur. It would just be one big blur. So, but the app is really straightforward to use. Scanning option is not available for category A, but it is available for category B and C. Now, for category B, we also do not receive spam mail. If you are in category A, you receive all mail that is in your name. So, which is really nice for category B, is we just receive priority type mail like bills or anything like that. Business, that one is new this year. It says for 15 or more pieces of mail per month. This is also new as well. You can do, and it's only for category A, there are temporary accounts. If you have any questions about that, I would call them. I was trying to find more information on the temporary accounts, and this is all I could find. So if you're like a part-time RVer and you need like a mail forwarding service, this could be a great option for you. Like I said, if you have questions about it, I would call them because they're absolutely phenomenal. Mail scanning is $10 a month, or we pay annually, which is $100 a month. Not a month, geez, $100 a year. And I personally think it's worth your money because here's why. We have some friends that have the category A, and like I said, they receive all their mail. And so what happens is they have all of their mail sent to them. And they said that one time it was literally all spam mail. And so with the scanning mail, what it looks like, because I'm glad you asked, it will literally look, zoom in. Ooh, that was really big zoom. It literally looks like this. So on the app, it'll have a picture of the envelope and what it looks like. Majority of the time, I would say 80% of the time, I will actually have them scan it. It is 50 cents per page for them to scan it. There have been a few times where I did not know it was an actual packet and they called me and they said, hey, we got your request, but it's like 50 pages. Are you sure you want us to scan it? And I said, no, I'll just wait for y'all to send it to me. Thank you so much. So they're just so sweet. I know I've said that a lot. Or you can have them destroy it and they will take care of it. Or you can have them sent it with scheduled mail. What I do is I just, like I said, I let it build up and then I'll have them send everything to me at once. Now, when they scan it, there is a way for you to download it. Instead of having them send it to you, you could just have a e-copy, electronic copy of it, unless you actually need the physical item. Now, there was one thing, and I would call them about this because, again, this is the only little blurb I found about this. It said you can turn your mail scanning service on or off on a monthly basis so that you receive scans only when you need them. Like if you're traveling overseas and then like you don't need it or you need scanning more. So I don't know how that works because this is the only little insert when I was doing my research that I found, but that could be an option. Domicile and residency. You can either pick Texas, Florida, or South Dakota. We picked Texas, like I said. There is a few things that are different with the Florida and South Dakota one. And they do have a step-by-step guide on how to do it. If you are wanting to do Florida or South Dakota, I would call them just to double check because even for me, I was a little bit like, this is something I would probably call them on. So if you're wanting to do South Dakota or Florida, I would definitely call them. If you are doing the Livingston, Texas one, like what we did, we set up an actual time. Chase is from Huntsville, Texas, and so we were already in the area, and we just went over there. It probably took, honestly, 30 minutes to sign everything, have everything done. And then they said, all right, this is what you're going to do next for your vehicle registration. Chase and I also had to get our license renewed anyway. And so they told us that process. Now, if you are in the state of Texas this coming year, which is so nice, you do not need to do your vehicle inspection, which is so nice. If you know, you know. And camper inspections too, I believe. But for sure, vehicle inspection. So save that $7. So now all we have to do is just do it online and then they will send us the sticker for our vehicle. Because in the past, we would request the sticker and we would pay for it online, but then you would promise that whenever you're back in your state that you would get your vehicle inspected. So that's kind of how it used to work. Now we can just pay and they'll send us the sticker because we don't need to do the inspection anymore. Every state's different, but that's just how Texas is. If you're also wondering about jury duty, this is why it's important. I wouldn't say why it's important, but why we chose the mail scan option is because I can have them open up the jury duty one. I fill everything out online and then we're done. Like I'll just say we're out of town or we work out of state, then that's it. So that's how jury duty has been in the past for us. Also, voting. We vote in Livingston, that county, Polk County. Somehow, I don't know how this has happened, but somehow we've been close to go vote in person. I don't know about mail-ins and all that stuff. I am not familiar with it. Like I said, we've just somehow been lucky enough to be close to vote in person. FAQ page is also really good if you have any questions. Must I be a member of Escapees RV Club? Yes. So you will pay the $49.95 for the year, and you can get 30% off here. Now, Escapees, I think it was the mail service, I believe. They actually sent me some coupons this year, so I got like 25 bucks off for my mail service, which was actually kind of cool. Now, I'm not sure if they're doing that every year, but I did get some really good coupons from them for this year. Now, they also have Escapees, also has RV parks. Now, they are not, like I said, our Harvest Host does not own the RV parks, but you can get discounts at Escapees RV parks. So that's also good too if you're an Escapees member. We have not stayed at one. We have passed a few, and they were pretty full, which I get it. And it was a really good deal for the area if you're an Escapees member. So that might be something to look for. So you pay the 50 bucks for the year, and then you pay the whatever A, B, or C category you're in, and then you pay for the mail scanning if you want to do the mail scanning. So I know the mail scanning is $100 for the year, but honestly, I think it's worth it. I'm not trying to upsell you. I'm not trying to upsell you on anything. For me, I like that I can be able to open it up right then for 50 cents. If it's worth them sending it, then I'd rather have them send it to me versus send everything and waste postage money. It's kind of like plus I only have them send it like 4 or 5 times a year instead of like every month because, I have mail. I don't know what it is, even though they can review your mail by phone. But, for me to actually see it, and is it worth spending money to have mail sent to me? So it's just kind of, for me, I just like the mail scanning option. I see ourselves always having the mail scanning option. There you go. Like I said, I'm not trying to upsell you on anything. Back to the FAQ page. What will my address be? So I have never had a problem with using their address. I write it literally just like this. So it'll be 101 Rainbow Drive, pound, and then your box number, I guess you could say. For billing addresses or anything like that, if I can't use 101 Rainbow Drive, pound, and then my number, what I'll do is I'll use that pound or that number as the apartment number. And I've never had a problem with using my address for anything. We use it for billing, we use it for work stuff, we use it for, literally everything, and have never had a problem with it at all. Can you sign up online? Yes, you can sign up online. Do I have to be domiciled? No, you can be, sorry. I jumped the gun, I apologize. Do I have to be domiciled in Texas, Florida, or South Dakota to sign up for the mail service? No, you can be domiciled in any state. Many other members keep their existing domicile and use our mail forwarding service just for the convenience it offers. So there you go. Can I use my Escapees address for my driver's license, voter registration, etc.? Yes, because we do. Never had a problem with it. So I'll go on the app and I'll type in when I want my mail to be shipped out, or I want it to be shipped out to. How we receive packages. We don't do a lot of online shopping. We're just not big online shoppers. We don't even have Amazon Prime because we just, like I said, we don't do a whole lot of online shopping. Chase and I, my husband and I, we primarily stay at RV parks, and so majority of the time they will allow you to accept packages. We have been at one RV park where they would charge you if you had packages delivered, which I think is crazy, but that's them. Also, double check with the RV park the address you need stuff to be shipped, because what has happened in the past is I went in and I said, hey, we need a few packages to be sent, and they were actually some pretty important packages. And the lady said, yes, you need this address. And I was like, perfect. And she even little starred it and stuff. And I was like, awesome. Guess what? It went down the road, and I used the exact same address that she gave me. And then when I went in and I said, hey, I used this address, someone said, oh no, that is not the correct address. So always double check the address before you have something sent, because you never know. Also, we have been at some places where they said, no, use this address. Always double check. Now, you're probably saying, Bryce, I boondock. I camp out in the wilderness. That is awesome. We don't currently, but there are USPS places that will receive packages. There's also the Amazon lockbox as well. So you just kind of have to get a little creative on when you need packages. We actually just wait until we're going to be at an RV park that will receive packages. So we'll just kind of fill up our shopping cart and then we'll have stuff sent to us. We have had a few times where the mail just took forever to get there. If you are going to be at an RV park, always try to order stuff right away when you get there, because you just never know how long it's going to take. Learn from our 5 years of RVing. I try not to order anything past a week. Like if we have a week left, I'm probably really not going to order anything just because I don't want to risk it. But that's just me, and that's my personal experience. That is how we domicile. That is our address. That's how we receive packages. If you found this video useful in any way, please like, please subscribe. I will give an update in a few weeks of what's going on, because it's still a lot of stuff still up in the air right now. If you are watching this video and you're like, what in the world is going on? My husband and I have been living in our fifth wheel for almost 5 years this coming March. We travel for his work. Chase is a welder. He welds on a whole bunch of different power plants and refineries across the country. He's currently on the other side of the country for a job right now, welding on a power plant over there. And currently our fifth wheel is in storage because we thought we would be getting a truck camper because of how travel has changed for us and his work. That is that, if you are wondering. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this free video, free content, if you have any questions, leave them below. I will do my best to answer them, but also call escapees. They are wonderful. We'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.